Hello everyone, welcome to Create and Craft. Wasn't that a fabulous show just beforehand as well with Ali and Nigel? That was so interesting, wasn't it?
Yeah, I really loved it.
Well, let's hope everybody's going to love this show as well, Helen, because we have some items here that we saw a little while ago, new and exclusive. We've got back in stock again.
Absolutely. So you guys loved these when Tony bought them. I think it was just over maybe a month ago to you guys, and they went really quick.
They did.
So I know that people missed out, and so now what we've got them back, so that if you missed out or maybe you didn't, you know, you were away somewhere, you didn't get the chance to see them when Tony bought them, here they are. I love the Reflections collection.
They are amazing. These are something very, very special. Let's go through each one of the sets. We'll give you the details there. Now, as you can see, we're starting here with Your Only Limit Is You. I love the title of this one already.
Yeah, Tony comes up with some fantastic titles.
Beautiful. Do you know, the thing about the reflections as well, we were saying, I know when I had a shows with Tony when this launched as a new and exclusive, and there are ways of sort of reflecting stamps, but you won't get that true reflection.
Absolutely. I mean, I think, you know, we all try to get sort of mirror images and stuff like this, but when you have something that's already pre-done for you, you don't have to worry about it. It's all there within that one stamp, then, you know, why not? Makes your life so much easier.
Absolutely. Well, there you have the details on the screen for Your Only Limit Is You. 843666 is the item number. The club price, of course, is coming down to £17 and 9 pence. Now, keep these prices in mind. We usually say check those baskets out, don't we? But hang on, we're going to go through all the items, and we've got another little treat for everybody. So the next one is Every New Day. So if you're choosing your favourites, I know this was very, very popular.
Yeah, this is, I have to say, I mean, I love them all, and I actually, but this is probably my favourite. I think it's such a versatile stamp. You know, think about Valentine's Day, engagements, weddings, you know, even something like a retirement when someone's going off with their loved ones and stuff like that. I love it. And it's such a simple and easy stamp, but so effective.
Yes, and actually you've even got wording in this one that's reflected as well. With
Never
really
give
up.
I know, I love
it's
that.
Really,
It's
really
super
clever
fun.
indeed. If you look in the background as well, keep watching because we've got stencils coming up. So again, item number is for you 298947. That price coming down if you're in the club. Our third selection. Now, Reach for the Stars.
I love this one.
Another favourite.
Yeah, it's so lovely.
Glorious.
I think, again, we're talking about versatility as well. I love the fact of just, you know, just a just because card, but also change the colourways, and this could be Christmas. I love the fact that you've got, like this one particularly, you know, got two different, you've got the day and the night, works really well together because you get that moon, the stars and the sun in this collection. Really amazing, really versatile.
It's a very clever sample, isn't it?
Yeah, really lovely.
552598 is the item number for that particular one. And then finally, of course, we've got our fourth selection for you. So different item number again. This is Tomorrow. So we've got the two swans there.
Yeah.
Do you know, there's something very serene about this.
I think so. This is. I always think that this is something slightly different to the other three. It's kind of playing with it differently, you know, because you've got real massive detail. Where the other ones I feel are more silhouette-y, so you're going to maybe do a lot of black stamping with those. These are really detailed, so you maybe you're going to get in there and colour in or paper piece those swans back on. I just think it's really lovely. And again, we look at those, and it could be a just because card, but also it could be an anniversary card, a wedding card, just kind of that different side of wedding card if you like to make those things. Valentine's Day, lovely. I think so too. You could even go as far as to put a little sort of veil on one of those swans or something, which would be quite fun. Add that little detail yourself.
Or a little top hat.
Yeah, that would be well
cute. Same price, £17 and 9 pence. Item number for this one is 403784. Now, if you're loving them, if you're loving them all, in fact, we do have a pick and mix. Now, it's choosing any two, so there is a way that, of course, you can buy all four by using the pick and mix. That is actually going to save you some money as well. So if you're in the club, that price is going to come down to £30 and 76 pence. You're saving £7 and 22. Remember, that's for choosing any two there. So yes, an easy way to go for all four and save more money.
Absolutely. I think, you know, where you know, there's lots of craft things we like to spend our money on, so get the best deal that you can, and that works beautifully. But ultimately, if you saw the original launch and maybe you could only pick one or two stamps at that time, that's a great way of finishing your collection as well.
Absolutely. And we've got Flexi for you as well. So we'll have a look at those details. Item number, if you are going for the pick and mix, is 563847. Now, Helen, you've done some boards here, which is fabulous.
I have.
So we can show all four sets again here. So there you can see. This is a really useful one, actually. I love the fact that we've got the reeds or the grasses in there.
Yes.
They could be grasses, they could be branches. You
They
can build up in many different ways.
Absolutely, feel a kind of bit of a sort of feathery as well with
Yeah.
there, because you're using the bird. I love the reeds as well. And again, you get a larger stamp there with the reflection, but you can also add extra detail, and you get your beautiful sentiment. Your only limit is you. Love that.
Now this is exactly what I was talking about as well. If you were creating a reflection with acetate, or you know, the way we've done it before,
Yeah.
you'd get a replica of that print, but that's not a true reflection.
No.
Because this is what a true reflection looks like. You can see the
Absolutely.
ripples on the water. You can see it's offset at an angle as well.
So super clever and so easy. One stamp that is, and you're getting both the bird and the reflection all together. I love that.
Amazing. Let's have a look at the next board.
I love this one. As well, can I say, I realised after I did this board, and it's like a little bit of a gift for you guys so that you don't do this at home, I put the birds on upside down. So they look like flying W's or something. So, you know, so this is kind of like, I make these mistakes so you don't have to.
Do you know, if
so
you hadn't have pointed that out, I probably wouldn't have noticed.
Well, I didn't notice when I was stamping it. And then I thought, actually, I mean, it was okay with the reeds at the top that I'd done them upside down, because obviously some of those are the actual image and some of the reflection, but obviously the bird's not a reflection. So that's actually a set of birds. And again, like Catherine mentioned, you get that never give up with the little sort of reflection as well. I love that. Really cheeky, really fun.
It is, isn't it? And these could be bats, and actually the trees as well.
Oh, bats, yes, I
bats
thought
for
about that.
Halloween, because the trees, you could make that dark and spooky.
So could they actually be upside down then? Because bats do flick up at the end, don't they? So they go.
Yes,
so actually, people.
That wasn't a mistake at all, was it?
I was just thinking about Halloween. I was thinking about nighttime and the bats being out. So it's like Tony sees them as beautiful, serene birds. I see them as nighttime, you know, things coming out.
Hang them from the tree. Hang them from the tree. That's what you can do. There you are. You see, you've got options. Always options. Right, this one, another favourite of many, many people. I adored watching Tony work with this one, actually. So you've got the skyline there, or the trees, and the fact that you've mentioned it already, it could be Christmas.
Yes.
Because it kind of gives that feel that you've either got mist or you've got snow there.
Yes.
And we've got this stamp here, which could be used as snow, it could be rain, it could just be speckles, it could be nighttime sky. Very, very useful indeed. We've got the sun, we've got the moon, and of course we've got sentiments again.
I love the sentiments, and I also think what's wonderful about this stamp, particularly if you're new to stamping, it's a very forgiving stamp because there's already space there for you. So if you're not the most amazing stamper, it doesn't matter because it can be part of that imagery. I think that's lovely, and I love the sentiment. Don't lose hope when the sun goes down, the stars come out. How lovely is that? We all need some positive thoughts. It's nice.
We do, don't we? Oh.
And then we've got our swans.
There they are.
I love this.
I can't not see those without veils and top hats.
I know. Do you know, it's funny actually, that's something I do quite a lot for wedding cards. I take something that maybe is not necessarily considered a wedding card, stick a top hat on or stick a veil on, and suddenly you can. I'm sure that everybody out there who's ever received a wedding card from me goes, I've seen her do that card before.
It's such a good idea though, isn't it? Let me show you a few more samples here as well. So a nice mix of all the 4 different sets. Yeah, definitely the best way to buy if you're going for the pick and mix, because that means you can go for all 4 sets with those savings as well. 563847 is the item number. Please pay attention to the background. I mean, this is giving you excuses to get those inks out, to get messy.
Yeah, get messy.
Or keep it simple. And the stencils that we're going to show you as well are going to be very, very valuable indeed.
And the design team has done such a fantastic job. I think they're so gorgeous. And you can see, like Catherine said, those stencils that we're going to go to are going to work beautifully with this collection. Really stunning.
They certainly are. Right, okay, let's go to the website. That's where you will find everything. We'll also show you how to use the pick and mix as well. So which tool should we go for? It's got to be the one with the best.
It's hard, isn't it?
Yeah. It is hard.
It is.
Oh, I've got to go for one. Can't I have them all, please?
Well, you can. Do the pick and mix twice,
2
Catherine.
pick and mixes, yeah. I want one of each, please. What about you, Helen?
Okay, so I absolutely would go for them all, but if I was, if I had to, if it was like, you know, I have to pick only 2, I would probably go for the swans because it's slightly different to the others, and then I would maybe go for the boat. That's the one I would go, the 2 I'd go for, but I absolutely wouldn't want to leave any of these behind. So I definitely do pick and mix.
Well, at the moment, the busiest, or the 2 busiest, is Reach for the Stars.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. And Your Only Limit
Wow.
is You.
So the 2 exact ones that I said, not. Completely completely opposite to what I said.
But it
so
can
I'm
change.
so good at this.
It could change. Yeah, but this is the thing. This is why we have pick and mixes.
Absolutely. Everyone's different.
Wants different things. Yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely.
Oh, that's such a nice way to say it, Catherine.
There you go. Right, now what I do love are the stencils though, and all four together in one kit. So we've got the hexagon in there as well. Do you know, after today though, I'm loving squares. I'm loving squares. I did the show this morning with Kim all about the graph, you know, material for your sewing. Oh, I was well impressed with that. Yeah.
Oh, so what would be your usual pick?
Yeah. For these, all for your card making, you could stencil on fabric as well, couldn't you?
Absolutely. I mean, again, this is not a pick. You're going to get all four, so you don't have to choose which is your favourite because you're going to be able to get all of those. And I really, truly believe these will work stunningly with that main collection. Really beautiful.
Oh, do you know, this is a fabulous collection. And look at the samples we've got, creating those scenes as well, in combination, of course, with the stamps. 386237 is the item number there, 26.99 if you're in the club, saving 8.97. So all four of those, remember, 7" by 7", the Stylized collection. There's something very, very special. Now, you might want something to use with those stencils as well, or to create those backgrounds. So we've got the inks, we've got the izinks, or izinks.
I don't know, I say izinks, but apparently it is izinks, because it's like they izinks sort of thing. Yes,
that's what I was told.
But I say izink because...
Do you know, I just accommodate the guests. I listen to what they say first, then I just copy.
It's more to do with the fact, for me, that it's capital letters. So it's like the Z is a separate word, izink. But I don't know. Who knows? Say what you want to say. It's amazing, but they, you know, beautiful, beautiful sprays. Either way,
they are beautiful. 5 assorted colours there as well. A great price on this. We've already got savings, even for non-club members. But if you're in the club, of course, that saving will increase. Let's spin it around there. It is £26.06 today.
Wow,
you can split the cost as well. 288220 is the item number. £5.21 per bottle. It works out at. You're getting generous amounts in there as well, aren't you?
Absolutely. These are the type of things that, you know, that the one bottle's going to go a long way, because obviously it gives you you looking at those now, can I just say, I'm just going to grab this, put my hand in here. I just want to show that there is sparkle in there.
Wow.
So don't think that it's that translucent colour. Once you get those shaking, you are going to get that beautiful pearlescent at the bottom, which is so gorgeous. And it's really easy to use. Just like I say, a little shake as if you were ringing a bell, and it works.
I've got some boards here actually, so we can really see how these dry. So I'm going to try and catch
the light
with the camera.
So pearlescent and beautiful.
Beautiful, beautiful shimmer in
So that's your rose there.
Lovely.
That's lovely. And then we've got the orange. And
it's a lovely warm colour.
It's really easy to do that technique. You've got two techniques there. Spraying very close gets that solid colour. Spraying a bit further away gets that sort of speckled look, which is really nice.
Gorgeous.
I love the blue. I think that was, I mean, that for me works beautifully with the swans here. I think it's absolutely beautiful sort of sea type, well, they don't live in the sea, do they? But watercolour there.
You can see that metallic, can't you, in there as well? And that is a gorgeous green.
I love the green. Yes, very lawn-like. Yeah. Oh, is it? Ah.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be the blue, but now I can see that properly. Yeah, I love that. And then we've got that gorgeous yellow as well.
Yeah, really soft and subtle, but you still get that beautiful, powerful pearlescent coming through it, which is nice. But just remember, give those a shake to get those pearlescent colours moving.
Wonderful. 2 payments of £13.03 today. Fabulous. Right, okay, now we've also got the Eureka for you. Oh, there you are. You can see you've got that wonderful case for it as well. You've got the tools included. Always, always popular, and we'll see Helen using this in demonstration. 058619 is the item number. A lovely saving for everybody again, but if you're in the club, saving £10.50 today, bring the price right down to £49.49. I like that number. £49.49.
£49.49. Very symmetrical.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
I love symmetry. So I always use my Eureka. It's something I have with me all the time. Obviously yours will be nice and clean. Mine's absolutely filthy, but that is fine because I'm a messy crafter. I have no problem with that. Now, before we start, I'm going to start with the Every New Day, which is that beautiful boat with the couple in. But I want to tell you a little bit, if you've never seen any Stamps by Me shows before, this is your first sort of show. First of all, keep those stamps in the packaging. That's kind of like your storage. A, it keeps them nicely protected, but B, you know exactly what's in that pack when you go to get your stamps out. And then secondly, the reason to keep that storage is if we just turn it over, You get this little QR code here. Now, if you scan that with your smartphone or your smart tablet, it will take you to lots of inspiration. Now, what's really important to say about that is Tony is adding to that inspiration daily. So one day you may go, and I think the last time they said there was about over 1,000 videos.
Wow.
There may be 1,100. Who knows? I mean, she's literally adding to them all the time. And can I also stress, when you scan that, there's nothing to pay. That's complete free inspiration for you. So if you get these things home and you think, I don't know what Tony was saying or what Helen was saying, I want a bit of inspiration, a little helping hand, go on there. There's so many videos to have a look
generous,
at.
Isn't it?
Absolutely. And what's really amazing, if you buy this one stamp, you still get access to the inspiration for other products as well. It's not just this one particular stamp set. So that's amazing. So we're just going to open it up. Okay. And we're going to take our stamps out, but first of all I'm going to use my circular stencil. So this is the Stylized circle, and I'm just going to move that because it's a little bit in my way, sorry. And what you're going to do is going to take some card. This is just some super smooth, and I'm going to create a little bit of a
background. On the stencils as well. I'm not surprised to get all 4 of them. It's one of those again though, isn't it? How do you choose if you've got a choice there? So nice to have that bundle so you can grab them all in one go. Absolutely.
Now what I'm going to also do is I'm actually going to use something off the Your Only Limit Is You. I'm actually going to use the moon, but I'm not going to use it as a stamp. I'm actually going to use it to create a little circle in the middle of my image. These are all white clean, so even if you get a little bit of ink on it, using it this way, it doesn't matter. So I'm just going to hold it down, and I've just got some stress oxide here, some yellow, and I'm just using a little blending brush to get some of that colour around the moon, which will eventually become actually my sun, or I suppose it could be moon coming up with the sunset. So we just take that out,
nice.
And you've created a really simple and easy circle. And then I'm going to come in with another colour, with an orange. And I'm going to pop some on the outside of that. I'm not worrying about blending at the moment. I just want to get some of that colour down. Now, I know that people prefer when they use a stencil to kind of come off the stencil this way, and you can quite clearly see I'm just going straight on. That's because 2 reasons. One, I'm going to blend afterwards, and that's fine. And 2, because it's naturalised, so it doesn't actually have to be a perfect blend, because there'd be clouds in the sky, you know, things like that. So it doesn't have to be a perfect blend. But if you do want to, you can always come on, because again this stencil is clean, white clean, sorry. And then we'll just bring in some red, and I'll blend those colours together.
Beautiful warm colours.
Yeah, really nice. So this is Crackling Campfire. So we'll just go down a much darker sort of orange here. There we go.
Very nice.
Right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back with my yellow, and I'm just going to blend those colours together. So that's why I haven't worried too much about my blend, because I want to have sort of different, you know, like when you have the sun shining through the clouds, it makes those clouds look like they're almost on fire. I love that.
Looks like a deep fried donut at the moment.
Need to put some sprinkles in. Wow, I never even, you know, that's so funny that you say. I never saw that until you just said it. And now I see, it absolutely does look like it. Are you hungry, Catherine? Is it time for lunch?
I've not eaten anything yet today, so maybe.
Oh, well then you definitely are. Oh my goodness. And then we're just going to come in with our darker blue here, just on the outside. And again, you can see that I've got some of that ink on the stencil. Really easy. Wet wipe, or just pop it into some water and this will come off easily. And don't worry about it drying on it, it comes off easily too. So I'm just putting in some there.
Nice.
And then some around the top edge as well. And I'm just going to move my magnet, because I want it just to hold solid there. And you can see I'm doing this on my Eureka. It holds beautifully for stencils and things.
Where you've got the stylized element there at the top, you've got some quite fine pieces of that stencil, haven't you?
So what I like to do, I mean, if it moves a little bit, don't panic. It still looks cool. But what I like to do is I actually like to keep moving my magnet round, because it will kind of hold the stencil in place for me, and then just go gently on those areas there. So there we go. And if you bend those, just gently bend them back, they're fine. They're quite malleable. So you'll see here I haven't blended it in perfectly, but there's my image. Very simple and very easy. So
isn't this effective though, the
so cute. I love this. It reminds me, not only does it remind me of the, when you look at, well, you shouldn't look at the sun, but when you see the sun you get that sort of reflection, but also it reminds me then of water as well. So I've got a complete finished one here where I've blended it all together. So let's just pop that to one side. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my stamps in.
Okay. Right, pick and mix about to appear back on the screen for you as well. Now, most of you are going for the pick and mix as well. Lots of you going for two as well, so you are
clever.
wanting the full collection. This is why it's important to bring back the stock. When we've sold out before, sometimes things disappear so quickly.
Yes.
We know lots of you are disappointed, so back in stock. If you've missed out before, then, of course, this is the day to grab them. Now, if you do go for all of them, so that's two of the pick and mixes together, if you're in the club, it would be £61.52 if you're in the club. Divide that cost. You can use a flexi, £20.50 today, so very, very affordable indeed. In fact, if you can stretch the stencils at the same time, no pick and mix on that one, all four of those stencils are there together. They are the perfect combination, but as standalone products on their own, they just work as well.
So I've just laid my stamps down in the way that I want them. And obviously when you've got something like the Eureka, you can take a bit of time, line the stamps up where you want them. And also what's wonderful about the Eureka, particularly if you are, you know, not the most confident stamper, or maybe you've got a little bit of problem in terms of pressure with your hands and stuff, and you can't always get as much ink as you'd like on. What's great with the Eureka, separate from a block, is obviously my stamps are going to stay exactly where I've put them. So if I stamp down now, bit of tippy-tappy.
Okay.
A little bit of typewriting.
Oh, you've committed now. Are those birds the right way up?
I know.
Yes, they are.
Now I've checked. I have absolutely checked and double checked. So now there is a lot of black ink on here, and I may have missed a little piece. So I'm happy with the pressure, but I just want to re-ink my couple here, just to add a little bit more ink down. So firstly, because I've just missed a little bit there when I was putting my ink on, but secondly, because I want it to be really dark. And when you're stamping onto oxide, it will sort of dull the colour a little bit.
I love how you've got the tree just creeping in from the side there.
Yeah, just a little touch. And also what's really wonderful is nothing has to be naturalised. I mean, I haven't put the birds on this side because I'm kind of thinking maybe, you know, they wouldn't have reflected, they're far away, whatever. It doesn't have to be completely naturalistic. Just have fun with it.
Do you know what I love about these as well? Because you've got the reflections, you're grounding everything, aren't you?
Absolutely, yes.
If that's the right word to use, because
No,
we're on
absolutely.
water there. But you know what I mean? Sometimes we have to draw in that line of the water, or you know, the shoreline or something like that, or if it's on ground we have to do little bits of grass.
Yes.
But it's all there done for you.
Absolutely. So now what I'm going to do is I've just got a little brush here, and what did I do with my spritz bottle? I put it here. I'm just putting a little bit of water on my messy mat.
Okay.
And I'm actually just going to play a little bit with our image here. I'm going to kind of pull some of that colour out.
Oh, so yeah, pulling the colour out, softening that edge a little bit as well.
Just a little bit, just up to the waterline, as if the imagery is kind of coming, you know, even more so out. And you can kind of go out as much as you want. Very simple, very easy.
Do you know, I know we get sentiments with each of these, but
Yes.
looking at that, it's quite thought-provoking. It almost doesn't need a sentiment, does it?
No, absolutely. I think that when you look at something like this, I think sometimes the sentiment tells you what you want to think, but actually just looking like this, you decide what you want to think about it. And then I've just got, let me just check I'm using the right one. No, this one here, the one I actually had out. Come on, Helen. I've just got some Gossip Sparkle pens here, just to add a little bit of sparkle to our little couple here.
I'm glad you did sparkle pen. You won't. I've just got a little bit of gossip. I
I've
thought
got
you were going to say.
Got so much gossip. No, no gossip.
Tell me later. Tell me later. Oh, Ross has got some gossip.
What?
There's something happening in Studio 2. What is it?
What?
What is it? Should we see? Oh, look, it's done, and our lovely, lovely guest Sue.
Can they hear us?
Oh,
okay, so it's completely pointless us saying, hey, Sue
Should
and
we wave
Dawn.
anyway?
Yay! Hello!
There's Sue. Little wave from Sue.
Oh, lovely. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, so see, there's crafty goodness on both channels. Love it. Although I can be really like and say don't leave us, but don't go to them. But no, I'm joking. You know, there's enough of lovely crafters to go around.
It's all about variation.
Absolutely. Maybe you've picked what you want from here, and now you're having a look what they've got going over there. So right, so I was going to put a sentiment on, but do you think I shouldn't? Do you think I should leave it as it is?
No,
What do you think?
For it, but I don't think it necessarily needs it.
No.
That's what I was saying. It's
So let's
nice to
leave
have
it
the
then.
choice, though.
So I'm just drying this off completely, the sparkle. You could also add some sort of stars and things, get that star stamp from the other set and pop those in the top. But let's build our card. Right. So,
even though you've got those images, I think you can build so many different scenes using the different colour backgrounds, the different techniques. It's endless, really, what you can achieve. Once the izinks, or the izinks, whichever you want to call them, they're perfect as well for spritzing through the stencils, aren't they?
Yeah, hopefully we'll get to using some of those izinks in the next demonstration, but absolutely, think about if you are someone who likes to do jelly prints and stuff like that, so you have a little afternoon of using your jelly plate and you create lots of different prints. These silhouettes would look fantastic. You just pop them straight on and there you have a card. Really simple, really easy. So you see there, we've used that beautiful stylized circle stencil, and then what we've gone with is the, what was it? Ooh, we've gone with the every new day, and then we've obviously used the your only limit is you for that centre, but you've got those beautiful birds, really easy, a little bit of Distress Oxide and some Gossip Sparkle pens.
It really, really is beautiful. Oh, thank you, Helen.
Thanks.
Thank you. We'll be back with you very, very soon. Now, talking about other shows as well, of course, we bring all sorts here to you. Let's tell you about some of those other shows.
Look out for our big weekly promotions only at Create and Craft. Our one-day special, which is our special product of the day, launches every day at 6 p.m. New and exclusive launches Monday to Thursday at 4 p.m, where you will find products and offers not available anywhere else. And there's our pick of the week, which launches every Monday at 8 a.m. Taking you into the weekend is our Weekender, which launches every Friday night at 8 p.m. Create and Craft, bringing you 7 days of deals.
There's certainly lots to look forward to, isn't there? In fact, let's look forward to using these as well. Many of you are going for the pick and mix. That's the best way to buy, I think, because you've got choices here. Now, if you do want individuals, keep an eye out at the bottom of the screen. We will go through all of them again, but that's where you will find those individual item numbers. So should we start with this one? Looking at these gorgeous samples again as well. Now, this one is called Your Only Limit Is You. Now, this was one of the front leaders. I don't know if it still is. That little bird, it is. See, again, it could be any time of the year, couldn't it? It could be any season. You could add a little bit of snow in there if you want it to be winter. You could add some flowers in there if you want it to be spring or summer. Of course, autumn, you just change the colours. It's entirely up to you. 563847, remember, it's the pick and mix. So if that is one of your choices, that's the number that you want. If you want to go for all four, just go for the pick and mix twice. Let's have a look at the next selection, though. Again, individually at the bottom of the screen. This is the one we've just seen, or the main image we've just seen in demonstration. Every new day, and yeah, the sentiment there, every new day is a blessing. It certainly is. And you can see one of the stencils in the background. Beautiful sample once again. If this is your favourite, of course, we've got availability if you're putting it in your pick and mix. Then moving on again, let's have a look at the next one. Reach for the stars. Now, this was the other front runner. Is this one still in the lead? It is, yeah. So, yeah, two definite front runners on this one. 563847, remember, for the pick and mix. Again, change the scenes. Love that sample. It's so clever. So you've got the night, you've got the day. Using your different techniques for backgrounds, again, you'll get certainly a very, very different feel. And then finally, we've got the gorgeous swans. Oh, this is one's called Tomorrow. There is something really calming about that. When I look at the image, I just feel really relaxed and calm. I love it. Lots to choose from. If you want them all, as I say, just go for the pick and mix twice and you will get all four of those. But you've got multiple stamps in each of them. £30.76 if you're in the club. You've got a lovely saving of £7.22. 563847. Now, Lorraine has emailed in. Oh, she's already got these stamps and she's been making journal pages. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And again, you see, you don't need to use lots of different colours. You just get the effect there. You've got sentiments in each of these. Mix the sets around as well. There we have Every New Day. Really lovely. Never give up. You see, you've got the reflection from the word in there as well. There's that gorgeous little bird. Your only limit is you. Do you know, it makes you think that, doesn't it? Your only limit is you. Yeah, sometimes we do limit ourselves, don't we?
Yeah,
we think we can't, but we can.
Absolutely, we're getting our own way, don't we?
Yeah.
I've heard that before,
Yeah.
absolutely. So I'm going to use the izinks, whichever. This is our blue, and as I say, you're just going to give it a little bit of a shake to get some of that beautiful colour at the bottom out.
Okay.
So like ringing a little bell, ding, 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 ding. And there we go. You've got your colour. And I'm also going to use some water because these are reactive with water as well. So first of all, I've got my little, this is very dirty, I apologise, you can see this is my little thing that I like to do my spritzing in. I know some people like to use cardboard boxes and then chuck them away, but I've bought one of these and kept it the whole time because it's wiped clean, so I don't have to
That
worry.
makes so much sense.
And also, if you spray into cardboard, it's very hard to lift the waste
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
whereas if you spray in plastic, you can add a bit of water and you
because
can lift the
can't
colour as
pour
well.
it, It's just soaking up that liquid,
Exactly.
isn't it?
So I'm not being too worried about where I spritz. I'm just going to spritz like that, and then I'm going to add that water. Even when you add water, you will still get the pearlescence when it dries. And then I'm literally just going to tip it down to sort of create. Look at it. It's so pretty. And so just dribble it down like so, and you can see
really
how
satisfying,
the water really sort of works with it, activates it. Give it a little bit of a dry. Okay. Very low. You don't want to worry too much about a high heat, but I want to say if you're doing this technique, firstly you can move the colour a little bit around if you've missed a piece because it will react to the air. But also what I've then done once I've created this background is I've actually gone through, so I've let it dry, but I haven't worried about it bowing, because it is bowing obviously, because what I've then done is sent it through an embossing folder. And so what you'll see is as long as you make it dry completely before you send it through, I mean, if you get a little bit of ink or whatever on your embossing folder, it absolutely won't matter.
I really like that with the embossing.
But what you'll see is that it will flatten it out for you. So if the water has made your card bow, putting it through the embossing folder will flatten it out. Now, this is, as you can see, the izink. If you're wondering where I got this embossing folder, hopefully Tony's not watching because I've been a bit cheeky. This embossing folder is available with Tony on the 9th, okay? So you know, she sent it to me, oh, have a look at these, Helen. I was like, I'm going to use these. So this is an embossing folder available on the 9th. It's a sneak peek. Now this is wicker, that's what it's called, but I just thought by adding that little bit of blue, it suddenly gives it looks of waves, I thought as well. So let me just move this out of the way.
Effective.
Thank you. So another little trick we're going to do with our izink as well, because as I said, it's active with water. So I've got a little die cut circle, and I'm going to take some of our blue, just pop it in my little pots here. Now these, if you're thinking about the Eureka, this is something you're thinking about getting. You get these little sort of wells here. They're really useful for your watercolouring, you're spraying with izinks, if you even just want to use it as a place to put your dirty water to clean your brush out. Also, if you're a jewellery maker, this is great for like seed beads and things like that as well. And Catherine actually mentioned when we did a show together, which I've stolen, but I've always said it was Catherine's idea, you could put your seed beads in the order that you're going to put them on the jewellery in this little well as well. So really cool idea, I love that, but I don't like to steal someone else's idea, so that was Catherine's idea when we did a show. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my paintbrush, take some of the izink here, and literally just not worrying too much about what, you know, where it goes and things, because obviously water is movable. So I'm just adding a little bit of water, creating some waves. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to spritz some water with the izink. So then the izink becomes a little bit more translucent. Let's get a little bit more water in there so we can get it even more translucent. And then I'm going to bring it up even more. Come on. There we go. Lighter as we go up to the sky of our image.
Oh, nice.
So you can quite clearly see where our water ends and where our sky begins.
Just use the one colour.
Just the one colour, just by
the sprays, doesn't it?
Exactly. Just by adding a little bit of water there, you dilute it a little bit, and that's to the sky and the sea. Or where do the swans live? The river? Do they live in the river? Yeah. So the river and
or the village pond, perhaps.
Maybe, yeah. So there you go, really easy. Let it dry completely. If you want to, you can sprinkle some water on there. But what's really lovely, even though I've diluted it, I don't know if you can pick that up, but you still get some of that beautiful pearlescent sparkle. Now, just to make this a little bit more solid, I'm going to back it onto some card. because as you can see, I've made the back a little bit dirty, and we're going to make a Z fold card, so I just want to hide some of the mess that I've made at the back, and also it means that my card is a little bit stronger. And then what we can do is we can bring in our tomorrow stamps.
Do you know, on one of my routes home, if I get diverted sometimes, I could take a different route, and I drive to a beautiful village that has a gorgeous village pond with swans on it.
Does it?
Yeah, it's lovely just to drive through, just to see them.
We have swans near where I live, the royal swans, the queen's swans. Yeah, absolutely. So I'm just going to pop that on there, and I'm going to use some Memento grey ink, because what it is, I want the reflection to, I'm not going to use black, because although the Memento ink will be quite dark, it's not quite as dark as the black ink would be. So we're getting the reflection turning just a little bit faded. So there we go. Pop that down.
Oh, nice.
So what you can see here is we've got that beautiful reflection. Just by doing the grey, it just takes it subtly down a little bit.
The black, I can see, could be a little bit too harsh.
Absolutely, especially with something as delicate as swans, or in the picture they're delicate. I don't think in the world they actually are.
Yeah, they can be quite
scary, actually. Yeah. Now what I've done, I've stamped this twice. So I've stamped it, obviously you can see on my circle, but then I've also stamped it on some separate paper, and I'm actually just going to cover that over, because obviously at the moment we've got our sky coming through our swans, which you may want to do, that would be fine, but I want to make it a little bit more naturalistic, so I've paper pieced this. Can I give you a little tip if you're thinking about doing something like cutting out the image yourself? Don't move the scissors, move the paper. It just makes it so much easier. And then what you'll see is we can just lay it over top. Another way you could have done this, if you've got masking sheets or masking tape, not masking tape, masking sheets, stamp masking sheets, you could have masked out the swans so that they didn't stamp on, but I like the idea of kind of having them slightly further out from the paper.
Again, lots of different options with the products that we have here at Create and Craft.
Absolutely. So let's just pop these down with a little bit of glue.
Not too difficult to cut out either.
No, very easy lines. Yeah, just follow the lines around. And also, again, if it doesn't cut out perfectly, you've got that image there anyway as sort of your protection. If you cut into a little bit, it doesn't matter too much. And then what we're going to do, pop that down there. I'm going to bring in our orange of our izinks. And again, I'm going to spritz that into my wells in my Eureka. Let me just check my paintbrush is clean.
How much do we get in each bottle?
Ooh.
80 ml, is it?
Yeah, and it does go a long way. I mean, it's one of those things, you really don't need a lot. I mean, I've spritzed a lot in there, but if you allow this to dry, where I've got the blue, if you allow that to dry and then put a little bit of water on it, it will reactivate it and you can use it later, so it's not even a waste.
Could we decant into a water brush or something as well?
Oh, I think you could, yes. Oh, yeah, absolutely you could. Yeah, they'd work beautifully with that. And then I'm just doing their beak with the orange. And then let's bring our card in. So I'll just pop that over there and we'll get our Eureka out of the way for a second.
The packaging is beautiful as well. Do keep the packaging. Of course, you've got that QR code there as well, but inspiration on every package.
Absolutely, I love that as well, which means as soon as you get that packaging home, instantly you can be creating by just, if you want to, creating the card that's on the front of the packaging, like so, or just using that as an idea. Really easy and really simple. All right, so I'm just putting down, I made a little Z fold card here, and we're putting down that sneak peek of an embossing folder.
Just really, really effective. I love the technique that you've done with the drips as well. Do you know, I've seen the drip technique done before, but I don't think I've ever seen anybody emboss it.
Oh,
that's
cool.
The first for me.
Oh, that's nice. I like to think I'm not completely copying everybody else's ideas.
Definitely not. I think that's very inspirational, Helen.
Thank you, Catherine. You are too. Thank you. Right, so now I've got my image here, but I've just, I can't decide actually. I was going to put our little reeds, I think I will. Yeah, let's put our reeds on as well. So let's move our Eureka back in. And we'll put our reeds on the side of the image. And actually, I think what I'll do as well with maybe a darker blue, I'll do the blue of the sort of waves that you get in the kit as well.
Yeah, I think gone are the days where we think everything's got to be stamped in black. So we were a bit like that at one point. Everybody kind of reached for the black ink. We're seeing more and more different inks coming out now and different colours.
Thank you. Yeah, I agree. I mean, you know, it's a staple. It's something we like to do a lot, but you don't have to stick with that. Play with it. Don't think that things have to be naturalistic. You know, if you wanted to, if you want your stamps to be, if you want your swans to be pink, have them pink. I think that would look really lovely as well. Whatever you want to do. Now, I'm just using an izink dye based ink pad here to put that there, and then I'm also just at the bottom, let's move our magnets, where do we put it there, just there, we'll put a little bit of the waves that you get as well, and this is another izink ink, just a slightly darker colour.
You could even use that as texture of wood.
You could, absolutely. Oh, I love that idea. There we go. So you just get a little bit of it showing through.
That is the perfect
the
amount
spray.
of detail.
Just a little bit of detail kind of adds to it. And then let's pop our image on here.
I really like this card.
Thank you. And then we'll just lift that over.
When it's released,
not
it's
stuck.
going to be a very busy one.
Yeah, so that's on the 9th with our lovely Tony. I'm not sure.
Not far away then, is it?
No, next week. She won't be sending me any secret peeks now, though. She'll be like, oh.
In fact, make it a date. It's on Tuesday.
Pop it in your diary.
It's on Tuesday. Wow.
So just hold that down. And we've got our little Z fold card here. There we go. We've got our swans from the Tomorrow collection. We've then used that beautiful blue izink and obviously that secret peek of embossing folder coming on the 9th.
Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Well, we'll let Helen get ready for another demo. We'll try and squeeze a third one in. But in the meantime, I want to remind you all about our Flexi. Why not spread the cost?
Flexi Buy. It's as simple as shop, click and craft. Buy it today. Spread your payment at no extra cost. There are no fees, no interest and no waiting. So whether you're potty on paper craft, mad on mixed media or just starting your sewing journey, shopping has never been easier. It's time to buy what you want, when you want, with 2, 3 or even 4 interest-free Flexi Buys. Shop today with Flexi Buy on Create and Craft.
Thank you, Janice. Right, let's have another reminder of our fabulous stamp sets. They are beautiful. 4 individual sets. You can buy in different ways. You can go for the pick and mix that you can see at the side of the screen there. Or if you've got favourites, you can go for the individuals as well. So different item numbers. Let's just go through the names and the titles of each of them. So we'll start with our little bird here on the branch. Something that can be used all seasons for any age as well. You know, I'm thinking, you know, there's no limit. In fact, we can say here, can't we? The only limit is you. So think about that. You know, don't limit the stamps either. That price on the screen, as I say, is for the pick and mix. So choosing a 2, maybe that is one of your 2. Moving along again, we've got Every New Day. This is definitely a favourite of many, many, many of you. Then moving along again, we've got our Reach for the Stars. Use this for all seasons again. Each and every one of them is the same thing applies. And then of course we've got the swans for you. So all 4 sets there, if you want them all together, the best way, don't go individually for all 4, go for the pick and mix twice. That is how you'll get the best saving. I'm just going to show you 1 or 2 more samples while I'm here as well. Now I've chosen these simply because we've also got some of the stencils in the background of some of them. So if you are thinking of putting those into your basket as well, it's well worth it. They can stand alone. You can work with each and every one of these products in different ways, but together they make something very, very special indeed. Do watch out for the details, of course, for the stencils. You get all 4 of them together. Oh, look! I love hexagons. Yeah, doesn't that work well with that wonderful stamp set? Let me just show you 1 or 2 more samples using those grasses then there, just coming into the edge. And actually, just because I can sneak it in, we can see 1 of the stencils there. Not really using the stamp such, or is it? Is it? I don't know, those splatters are done, you know, manually, so to speak, or could it be from our stamp set here? You can achieve the same sort of thing. Let's just round this up for you. So we'll show you those individual sets there. Bottom of the screen for the individual item number. all 4 of those, of course, you can see on the screen one at a time if it's going to help you choose that inspiration, including on the packaging. Now, the stencils, I'm so happy we've got these back, actually. I think these are some of my favourite stencils. I just think they're beautiful. The stylized shapes. I mean, you've got your, what we'd class as basic shapes to work with, but there's something extra special. And, of course, teaming them with all those different products for different effects is just going to extend these. £17.09 is the price if you're in the club. You are getting all of those. So there's 4. We've got the wrong details there, haven't we? That's a stamp set. Let's change that to the stencils, because it's a different item number. I'll read it out and give you the wrong one otherwise. There it is, 386237 is the item number if you are going for the stencils. 7 inches by 7 inches is the outer size there. Just £26.99 for the whole set. £8.97 is a saving if you're in the club. You might want to use these stencils. It's a great buy because you've got 5 different colours. 80 millilitres in each, so we'll give you the details for those as well. Beautiful colours, and maybe mix some of these together as well. You can certainly do that. Item number you need is 288220. That's for those inks, as I say. The summer collection, that's what we're calling it. And of course, club members, you'll get that further discount. So we'll just switch that over for you. £26.06 today, £8.89 is your saving, and use that flexi on everything that you possibly can to spread the cost, of course. Now, I did say we'd try and squeeze in a third demonstration, so Helen, back with you.
Okay, so what I've got here, I've got the Your Only Limit Is You with the bird, and what I've just done is I've just embossed some glitter. Another little sneak peek. Tony's going to be so cross.
I've been naughty.
So this is an embossing powder that Tony's also going to bring you on the 9th. She's done a collaboration with Wow here. So Hello Summer, and it's that beautiful pink with the glitter.
That is
and you'll see how stunning it looks with the bird. If you can you pick up that glitter there, sparkling? Love it. So really nice. So I've just done that. What I've done it for is I've used the embossing because I'm going to ink over the top, but I want to make sure that when I ink over the top, I can sort of wipe that away. Hang on a minute, let me just get that in the right place. Okay. There we go. There we go, perfect. Pop my magnet again with my Eureka so it can hold my stencil in place. And then I'm just going to bring in some different coloured Distress Oxides. We'll start with a blue with the Salty Ocean. I'm actually going to put it in the sky. So we're just going to pop, and you can see what's happening is as I put the Distress Oxide down, it's making the image go blue, and that's why I've embossed it, because I want to be able to wipe that clear. So we'll just pop some of this around, hold it in place here, just use your hand to anchor those stencils. There we go, and I'm going to then bring in a little bit of the purple here, Wilted Violet. There we go, just to fill in.
That's a nice combination of colours.
Thank you. There, just to make it sort of look a bit of a cloudy, stormy sky. And then I've just got some peacock feathers at the bottom.
Oh, nice. You're doing really well for time. Just got under 10 minutes left.
Oh, lovely. Okay, I was rushing a little bit there, so actually I don't need to, because I was thinking there was less time. So let's just take a little bit of extra time on this. Just be careful as you're going on here. Now, you can see I've done here. I am going to use this. You could always pop a little bit of tape or move that in further, just to be careful on the edge of that stencil. So we'll just put some of that peacock feather. Also, you can quite clearly see I'm getting a little bit of ink on my foam pad here in my Eureka. Not a problem, that will wipe clean with a wet wipe very easily. And then I just want to blend those two colours together. Get a little bit of a blend. Again, I'm happy leaving a little bit of a patchiness, kind of gives it a bit more of a interest. And there we go. And then what I'm going to do
this actually when you clean that up.
So we're just going to rub that away, and you'll see that the glitter starts to shine through. Really simple, really easy. So then the glitter pops back up, no problem. And what we've done is we've made our bird a little bit darker, but we've kept that beautiful glitter. And then we can start building our card here. So here we go. Just get my spray.
Again, it shows you don't have to use the whole of a stencil. Just
no, absolutely, just a little bit. Now I'm just going to bring in my tray again, because I just want to spritz a very light spritz of that blue. Okay. So I don't want to spray
Is
you.
that your favourite, the blue?
Probably the pink. The pink is probably my favourite, I'd have to say. But I like the blue, you know, it goes with the sort of sea look and things like that. Again, I'm not sure where our bird is chilling out, but I love the fact that he's sort of out at sea looking at the world.
It's very content.
Yes,
there
it
on that
does.
branch.
There we go, so a little bit of a spritz. And then what we're going to do, we're going to stamp our other images as well. So let's bring that back in and pop it in our Eureka. So we've got our reeds.
These stamps are certainly never going
reeds.
to date, are they?
No, I really love that idea, the fact that they can be used for lots of different things, lots of different colourways. I mean, you could do these more naturalistic, do it in a green, but I'm actually going to bring a pink in so it matches the pink of our bird.
I think as well, you know, I often, it takes me back, I was always taught to say thank you in letter form, you know, with relatives sending birthday cards.
People don't really do that anymore, do they?
My family all lived a long way away, so, you know, we didn't get to see them very often.
Yeah.
I still love to think that people do say thank you by writing.
Yeah, I think it's a really lovely, I think it's a lost art that we should definitely be bringing back.
Yeah.
And I think something like this, you know, really simple, it's not particularly a season as such, it's a really nice way of just sending a just because card, you know?
Yeah.
And then,
you see, you don't necessarily need a sentiment on there, but some of the sentiments within the collection that we've got, if you are going for them all, of course, if you're using the pick and mix, then yeah, they will work just to let people know that you're thinking about them, or just to say hello, or you know, just it doesn't have to be a special occasion, really, does it?
no, it doesn't. No, absolutely. It's nice to just send a card because you want to say to someone, I'm thinking of you, a bit of a paper hug.
Yeah.
There we go. And then just put a little bit more ink here, and we're going to finish that off. There we go. So really simple. Again, you see it's slightly darker on that other izink. And then I know what you're saying, but I am going to bring in a sentiment. This time I'm going to pop a little sentiment in the corner. You have the ability to use them if you want to, or not, as it suits. And I've got a little bit of space just here, just where the spritz didn't quite land, which is perfect because I just wanted it to be subtle. And then just because I want the sentiment to stand out, I am going to bring in my black ink, just because that will stand out against the other colours. There we go. Oh. Look at that. Oh, love it. Oh, I just absolutely love these.
Another
really
sample.
Thank you. I love the fact that you don't have to be completely naturalistic. You can go with the other colours and things like that. Really simple and easy. And then what I'm going to do, because we've still got a little bit of white, I always say if you've got a little bit of white on your card, or you've got a lot of colour going on, mount it on some black, because that just makes your topper pop that little bit more. So I'm just going to mount it onto some black card. There we go, and then I've got a little card here to pop that on.
Oh, yeah,
and what's really lovely is you've got the depth with the stencil in the background, the depth with the silhouette, and with those reeds in the foreground. But this is a completely flat card, and so you know, if you have to send, like Catherine was saying, if you have to send someone a card, sending it in the post isn't going to cost you a lot because it's a one-layer card. Yet I feel there's depth and dimension to it. And there we go, and then we'll just pop it round. So on that one, you've used your only limit is you. We've also used that the stylized hexagon, and we've used the blue of the izink, or izink, whichever way you want to say it.
Lots of wonderful inspiration from Helen yet again today, of course.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Helen. Do you know, we've got a few minutes left, so should we have another wander down the counter?
Absolutely, why
Let's
not?
have a recap. We'll go through everything that we possibly can. Of course, the stencils, going back to these, I can't say this enough. If you haven't gone for these yet, please consider them because they are absolutely wonderful. Use them on their own, use part of the stencils, use them with the stamps as well. I'm sure you're going to bring in stamps that you've already got in your stash as well. There's something very unique, I think.
They're really interesting. I think as well, sometimes, particularly when we're making those larger cards, we can look at it and think, oh, there's a lot of white space, I don't know what to do. Just popping a faint colour of ink through these stencils on a larger card is going to fill that back space for you. But ultimately, I love the idea if you use lots of different colours, spritzed through these stencils as well, and then just popped a sentiment on the front. They'd stand on their own on a card as well, which I love.
They certainly would. $26.99 if you're in the club. Remember, you're getting all four of them. 386237 is the item number there. Then maybe you want to go with the izinks to spritz through those stencils or to create those backgrounds. Very quickly, I'm just going to show the boards again. I'm not going to spend too long wiggling these, but they have got so much metallic in there, so much mica in there. But just so you've got an idea of the colours, and of course you can get the different effects. You can go quite heavy, you can get the splats or a light spray as well. So there we have that beautiful pink. Now this one, what I've forgotten a name for it. Have we got an actual colour name for this one?
I don't. It's the orange, but it's let's see what's it's just orange pastel, which I think, to be fair, describes it extremely well.
It does indeed. And then that beautiful blue that we've seen used heavily within the demonstrations. And then the gorgeous green.
I love that. It really feels like a fresh spring day. You've just mowed the lawn. That's what I always see. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, when it's been raining. Nice green lawn.
Love it.
There you've got that beautiful yellow as well. 288220 is the item number there. There's 80 millilitres in each of those. So really generous amounts, a great buy. The Eureka, we've seen that, of course, in demonstration. Can't recommend this highly enough. Of course, you get more than the Eureka itself. You're getting the case for it. You're getting tools in here as well, Helen.
You get your scoreboard in there. You get your score tool. You get your paintbrush. The top works as a messy mat. It's also got a very strong magnet. If you remove the foam pad, it will stamp up to 3mm MDF as well. Like we've said, you can use it for jewellery making, stamping, watercolouring, whatever you like, really. It's a very versatile little tool.
Yeah, I remember this one without even looking. If you're in the club, it's 49.49. That's the metrical number. 058619 is the item number there. A great buy. Maybe you've missed out before because we've sold out on that, so grab that one today as well. Right, finally, shall we just wander to the pick and mix again? Lots of you have gone for all four, actually, so go for the pick and mix twice, and then you can get each of these titles. Just running through them again. There's something for all occasions. These are for all ages. For me, they fill those gaps where you don't know what to use as well.
I totally agree. I think that these work no matter what colours you do and things like that. You can change it up for seasons and things. They're really versatile. But as Catherine says, if you are struggling with building like a topper or something, they really do fill a space beautifully.
They certainly do. Do you know, they make great gift cards as well, or your gift boxes and bags would look great with these images on. Beautiful. Item number is there for you, 563847. That's if you're going for the pick and mix. Helen is back a little bit later. She's here at 5 o'clock today. 5 o'clock. Is that the same show?
It is indeed. So if you want a bit more inspiration, hopefully you'll come and join us and we can give you a bit more inspiration.
Some more wonderful demonstrations from Helen. She's so talented.
Oh, thank you so much.
And of course, thank you to Tony and Stamps by Me for bringing us these wonderful products. Great to have these back in stock, because we know many of you missed out before. Helen, it's been a delight as always.
Thank you, Catherine,
so much. Please stay with us. Oh, I'm looking at the clock. We've got a very special show coming up. It's all about Brother. Oh, I did enjoy that with Helen. But coming up next, we've got Brother Sewing Machines. Do not miss out on this deal. The machine is back. Then we've got So Easy, Sashiko, and on Craft Extra, it Stamps Away. Hello everyone, let me tell you about today's deal of the day. We have got mirror card for you. This is gold mirror card as well from Pink Frog. Superb quality, 320 GSM. Now what you're actually going to get are pre-cut pieces, 40A5 and 80A6. So great for your matting and layering because they're pre-cut for you. Of course, you can die cut them, you can cut them down further. What about doing those techniques with them as well? Your alcohol inks, maybe embossing them, maybe even sanding the top away, distressing them. Item number is 351978. We've got a fabulous saving. In fact, it's half price, look, and that's not even the club price. You're saving £12 if you're not in the club, but if you are, £13.20 is your saving. £10.79 is all we're asking for the deal of the day today. Two flexes of £5.40. What a great deal that is. 351978. Remember, check out your baskets on our deal of the day.
Hi, I'm Sarah from White Gecko Craft Lounge. We have a little shop in Dinas Powys, which is between Cardiff and Barry, so right by the seaside, and we were established 6 years ago. One of the aims of White Gecko is to really inspire you to start sewing. We'd like to get people crafting and start that sewing process. A lot of patterns and kits are perfect for beginners to use. It's a real wonderful, mindful way to start that journey into sewing. So don't miss the White Gecko shows.
you found Craft Extra? By tuning in to Freeview 85 and pressing the red button on your TV remote, you can stream Craft Extra 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Missed a show on Create and Craft? Then watch again through your connected TV via the red button. Craft Extra, for your extra dose of crafting.
Hi, I'm Charmaine from Dolly Dimples, and I've been crafting since I was a little girl, and I have a massive passion for anything crafty related. Our products are all hand drawn. That makes them quite unique because you've got that quirkiness about them. We have decoupage, backing papers, we have templates for 3D objects, stencils in the mix, we have dies and lots of other things coming to you soon. Make sure you tune in for the Dolly Dimples shows and have some fun.
Good afternoon and welcome back to Create and Craft. My name is Nigel May and welcome to the fabulous world of Brother. It's so good to have a machine from the legendary iconic brand that is Brother back here in the Create and Craft studios. This is the fabulous FS180QC. We haven't got the most huge stock of this, but let me tell you, you have been busy on the phone lines, on the web and on the app this morning ordering yours, because already over half of the stock that we have has gone. If you want it right now, right here, ready to go to be shipped to your lovely selves, then the item number of this one is 334209. Let's talk about Brother. This is one of the heroes of the Brother range. We have brought you many machines here at Create and Craft, and we have had machines that have sold out not just once or twice or 3 times, literally 18, 19 times machines have sold out. Every time they come back to us here in Create and Craft, the request for them, the need for them, the want for them is always huge. This is a fully computerized sewing machine that should be just a few pennies shy of £700. Our price today, if you are in the club, you are saving £366.90. That is taking your price down to a really low affordable price. And to make it even more manageable, what we love to do here at Create and Craft is give you flexi pay as well. 4 flexi payments on this one, the maximum amount for a computerized machine. That means today, if you want a machine that is good for starters, if you want a machine that is good for an upgrade, if you want a machine that is good for business in a box, if you want a machine that has all the extras thrown at it as well, 180 stitches, many fonts, different styles of buttonholes, all of those things that you want in your home when you're doing maybe your day-to-day sewing for repairs and things like that, or home decor. Or if you are thinking about those bigger projects, you know, things for drapes and curtains and whatever it may be, I mean, quilting, whatever you fancy, then this is going to work for you. Brother as well have got such a confidence in this machine. Some companies would give you maybe a 1-year warranty, 2-year warranty. Brother, oh no, 3-year warranty on this one, so you are shopping with confidence, not just here at Create and Craft, but for the next 3 years ahead. Also, Brother have a fabulous app. They have their Brother Service Centre app on your phones that you can download, and literally that is going to give you all of the aftercare and frequently asked questions and all of that. Any tips that you need, any techniques that you might need to find out about, any problems, any poses, any questions, any queries, all of those I think will be rectified by that fabulous Brother app as well. It is a pleasure for me, Nigel May, to say that we've got this back in the building, but it is also a pleasure to introduce a lady who has been working for Brother for a long time, longer than she cared to mention, because she was saying, oh, blimey, I've been doing it a long, long time. She is one of the mothers of all things Brother. It is the fabulous Kim Sulman. Come on in, Kim.
Hello,
how are you, darling lady?
Fine.
You and I, 5:30 this morning,
yes.
Literally wandering around this building, just you and I going like, oh, so exciting, Brother is back. We're getting busy already on this one. Let's talk about this machine and Brother as a company. Why do you, a woman of great repute when it comes to saying what you like and liking what you say, it's got things that, well, no, it's true, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Things have got to work for you. Why do you put your money into Brother?
Couple of things. The customer service is absolutely spot on, and I've sold Brother for a long, long time. I don't now, but I did. Customer service is superb. The 3-year warranty is superb. The machines are so easy to use, and as long as you can count up to about 8 or 9, you've cracked it. Not only is the information on the machine, you've got a fabulous manual as well.
Well, this is the thing, you are never on your own with Brother. Let's talk about the specs of this actual machine itself, because the machine, it's a fully computerised machine.
It is.
The price, I think, I mean, of £700, I mean, it's a great price for this. It's worth every penny, isn't it?
It certainly is, and when you think what you get with this particular package, because as I was saying to you earlier on, if you're starting out to sew, you get usually directed to a machine that has around about 16 stitches. and you outgrow those really quickly. We were talking to Catherine this morning, and she did exactly that, and I've had customers over the years who have been frightened and thought, I'm just starting. The prices of that beginner machine and this machine are not far apart. However, what you're getting in the difference, you're getting a needle threader.
Yes.
You've got the ability to move your needle position, which is extremely important, and increase your length and width, which is important. But then you're getting extras such as the extension table. And that means
this would normally cost you extra money. This is included in the deal.
Absolutely.
As a guesstimate, what would you say that would kind of cost
anything,
you?
depends on between £30 and £50.
Okay, let's say 40 then.
Yeah,
That's nice and easy.
What
So
I can-
40 quid there, you're getting that included.
What I can say, with the extras that you would normally go ahead and buy, which is your walking foot,
which is included in here as well.
Your free motion quilting or darning foot, included.
Included.
Your 1/4 inch piecing foot, included.
Included.
You have your free motion grip.
You do, included.
You also have the quilt guide, which allows you to do regular spacings, which is upside down, but that's included. The extension table, you're well over £100.
I'm going to pop that there as well because it's annoying me.
Well over £100.
So you're getting that included in the deal. Now your payment today as a flexi payer, and we are getting busy for this one, is £83 and 3p. That means all of the extras that you are getting included in this are worth more than the actual flexi pay that you're having to pay today for the entire kit. Also, I will say as well, a word of warning or a sort of word of forethought, you do get the hard case of this as well. There is polystyrene inside the hard case. Do not take that out, because that is the snug fit for your machine. And when you put it back in there, it's nice to have that hard case to keep it away from the cat, the dog, the kids, the grandkids, whoever. It's nice to actually have that holding the machine in place, so it will give it that nice snug fit. So don't take that out. Don't do a Janice, because she did that and then had to super glue it back in, which is a little bit daft. So if you want to get that, that's included in the deal as well. A phenomenal machine. I mean, great for, who is this machine great for, Kim?
It's great for everybody. So as a beginner or somebody who's starting out to sew, fabulous. If you've got children, you have a speed control on there. If you have any dexterity problems, you can start and stop the machine as an alternative on the front of the machine. So that's great for kids. It's great for people who are just not able to use their feet in the way that they want to. To me, it's also ideal if you've got a more expensive machine that you don't